championship.
A double play wins it for Frazier.
Curtin to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
OHSAA wins it. The championship.
Welcome back to the Nutter here at Wright State, your outstanding host again to the 2021 Ohio High School Athletic Association Volleyball State Championships. It's semifinal Friday, and we're going D2 now. Roger Bacon and Bishop Hartley. And then after that, stay with us for Gilmore and Lake Catholic. Alongside Ohio Volleyball royalty, Michelle Mimna, I'm Dean Linke, and I'm really excited to see Brandaway and as well as all the great players for Roger Bacon on the other side.
Yeah, I really do think that this, even though there's a bit of an advantage height-wise for Bishop Hartley, I do think these teams are pretty evenly matched and that we're going to see some different strengths. Brandaway out of the middle, Neeson on the outside, the older Neeson as the libero for Roger Bacon. I think we're in for a treat.
So here we go. Bishop Hartley out in the red tops. Roger Bacon, the Spartans, wearing the dark. And getting ready to serve is Sammy Huffman, a senior. And we're underway. Great to be with you, Michelle. And we got an ace right off the bat to start.
And that's their 299th on the season.
Ace is the place.
They literally, 15% of the balls that they serve are ace, and it's an incredible statistic.
Trying to go for back-to-back aces. This one will be handled. Brandaway comes around, and Brandaway with the pressure.
And just, you can sense her power. She ran behind the setter on that one, complete confidence. She came toward us, and it's almost like we were like, please don't land on us, because she is such an incredibly physical and athletic player.
Yes.
She would probably do some damage to UNI.
6'3" with power in her legs. Speaking of power, that's a great finish right there by Allie Hughes. That's a freshman down the line.
Yeah, today's freshmen in the volleyball world are not the freshmen of 15 years ago. There's quite a few teams here this weekend in every division that have young players starring.
So well said. They come in ready to play.
I think the club volleyball scene obviously has a lot to do with that, getting kids playing at ages 9 and 10.
First good rally of the game. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Brandaway. She'll turn on it. You see the movement right here. Both these teams really looking good, moving around. The save there and just getting it over. Here we go. We continue.
Some great defensive hustle there.
And that goes through Brandaway. So Roger Bacon, the Spartans, who coached by Alyssa Flading, who played at the University of Indianapolis and then finished her final senior season at Thomas More University, a place you know well during your time.
I do, yes. We visited there when I was at Tiffin University.
So Roger Bacon with a 3-1 lead. They had a service ace, that's a service error, so now it'll come back to Bishop Hartley. Bishop Hartley, coached by Michael Ray. Great story. He went to Dayton University right here in Dayton, down the road from Wright State, and took an elective class of volleyball. It was coached by the volleyball coach at Dayton. He fell in love with the sport, and he's pretty much been coaching ever since. Took a little time off to help raise his kids, and then started coaching his kids, and here he is. And by the way, when you start to look at Bishop Hartley, as that one is pushed across, they've been here before. They won it in 11. They've been in the semifinals, though, 8 times.
And I was here when they won it in 11. It was my first year. I remember that well. And I think for Coach Ray, it puts to rest the assumption that you have to be a star player to be a great coach. He was not a player, but he has become one of the best coaches in D2 in the state of Ohio.
That was a great touch there by Allie Hughes. She had some power earlier. Now she's going to use a little finesse right there. Sometimes
Smart play.
Yeah.
And, again, I think to get around Brandaway, you actually have to go over Brandaway.
That's Brandaway with the dig right at the net. So a free one here will allow Roger Bacon to get in system, and stuffed right there, but kept alive. Great stuff by Chalfant. And they use Brandaway as a decoy, and they get the point there from Crockett, a junior.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett actually leads this team in kills. So she does a really nice job on the outside. We'll take a look at this. uses that block from Roger Bacon, which is up on time, but not meeting the ball on the other side of the tape.
So here comes the Team USA member for the U18 team, Brandaway with the serve, and just missing right there. So it'll come back to Roger Bacon. So a service error for Bishop Hartley to match the service error from Roger Bacon, and it's Roger Bacon on top, 6-3. Just getting over the tape. The dug by the libero there, Caitlin O'Malley, and off the dig. They get the deflection, point to Bishop Hartley.
Again, that's Crockett doing a nice job with her athleticism. You can see the fingers there of number 10 for Roger Bacon.
Back to serve, Chalfant. Back pass. Finding the swing of Gaines, who let up a little bit. Sent over by Crockett. They sent the dump right there, and Sammy Huffman, great dump. That's a pretty good work there by the setter.
Yeah, the setters that we've watched all weekend have been, really doing a nice job making themselves a weapon, because you don't want to see it too often because you want it to be a surprise. And score there from the Roger Bacon setter.
7-4. You nailed it with aces to place. They really are a good serving team. We overpass. And with the overpass, the dunk there by Mackenzie Kroger, then the scramble and the point to Roger Bacon. The Spartans off to a great start, doubling up Bishop Hartley.
And again, I think it really does have to do with balance. When you have 5 players that are getting 6 and 7 kills a night, it's much harder for a defense to understand and predict where they might go.
So Brandaway's not a 6 rotation player, so sometimes you will see her on the bench, and it's 9-4 in favor of the Spartans. Roger Bacon 21-6, Bishop Hartley 22-5. Bishop Hartley taking care of Thornville, Sheridan, and then Dresden Tri-Valley. And another point for Roger Bacon. Roger Bacon taking care of Cincinnati, Wyoming, and Hamilton, Dayton. And Roger Bacon, yeah, they're jumping around. Why not?
Hey, again, they just got their 300th ace on the season. They're the real deal in terms of their serving intensity and their ability to spread out their offense so they do not become predictable.
Roger Bacon, their head coach, as we said earlier, Alyssa Flading, who went to Roger Bacon 2005. She was part of the 2004 National Championship team, state champion, of course. They've won 3. They won one in 01, 04 with Flading on the team, and they won it the year after she left. They were runner-ups in 2099. Alyssa Flading's got 2 little boys, Joey and John, married to Joe. Nice coach.
Yeah, and trying to really bring Roger Bacon kind of back onto the scene, as they did quite a bit from 01, 04, 05, 07. But now they're trying to break into the, get themselves kind of back on the radar in the state of Ohio.
10th season as the head coach for Alyssa Flading. And Bishop Hartley will come out of that timeout trailing 6. That's almost every time you'll see the team that caused the timeout get the point. So we'll see if that happens. Set, and it's double contact.
Yeah, she was actually, her right foot was completely under the center line. Sometimes when you have that a tight pass like that, setters, it's really hard to avoid.
Boy, just a serving machine here, the Spartans. Down the middle, the block was on for the Spartans as well, and it'll be another point. And so much for the timeout. Off the timeout, 2 more points for the Spartans, and Alyssa Flading's team is rolling here.
Yeah, and we did see, with Brandaway off the floor, you've still got Kate McLean, 6'2", in the middle, so they're not losing height or offense, but right now their passing has really kind of dug them a hole, and Bishop Hartley needs to get the ball up so their setter can do more than one thing with it.
Gaines is serving lights out. Are you kidding me? I mean, they can't even get to it. And it is just getting over the tape, and it's got spin, it's got speed, it's got everything.
Yeah, and she actually, Mariah Gaines, she had 43 aces on the season. Sometimes teams don't even have 43 aces. So, honestly, I think that there is some real technical work being done with the serve in this Roger Bacon program, because 300 aces It's just completely unheard of.
3 aces already for Roger Bacon. Bishop Hartley's got some wood to chop here, down 9 early.
Well, and right now with Brandewie not on the floor, you know, their power hitter is not out there. Now they'll rotate one more time, and she'll be back on the floor.
Just outside, and Bishop Hartley needed that. They'll get the point. So Bishop Hartley stops a little bit of bleeding, 14-7. As serving again, Lauren Johnson, another senior on this Hawks team, the Bishop Hartley Hawks, located in Columbus. Back pass off the slide, double touch as well, so 2 touches and a couple points in a row here now for the Hawks.
Yeah, and this is what they need, and really being down 8-14, it's so early in the set. You know, it's just about taking 1 point at a time. It's something that coaches say quite a bit. Don't look at the gap, look at the next play.
Dugout back row. Pretty nifty pass there back to Etienne. And 2 deep. Nice job pulling the hands back by Lauren Johnson. Great court awareness.
Well, that and her teammate number 7 was like, ow, ow. So she's listening to her libero, pulling those hands down. If she were 6 foot tall, she might not have been able to do that.
5-0 scoring run for the Hawks to pull back in this one right when you thought Roger Bacon was going to run away with it.
And that time, Kate McLean, 6'2", she was up there. But again, you have to seal the net when you're a blocker. You can't let any open space, or it's going to result in a tool like that.
Serve from Mackenzie Kroger. They fake the back pass and go near pin based on our broadcast position, and that was a nice little move that led to a point.
Yeah, sometimes when again, when you do something on the second contact or something that is unpredictable based on your positioning on the court, it just confuses the other team.
Although Brandewie's back in there, Caton O'Malley back to serve with the score of 15-10. So the first to 15 is always important. Roger Bacon already there, but denied there by Brandewie. I got to tell you, I need your help. You know more about volleyball than I ever will, but I don't know how you ever take Brandewie off. I mean, I don't care if she can't serve. Hit it underhanded. Just keep her on the court.
And I'm not even sure it's really about the serve, but they obviously have some very good defensive players. You know, maybe Brandewie's, but Brandewie's serve receive might not be, you know, it might cost them points as opposed to help them stay in the system. But we're not Mike Ray, so we don't really know. I'm sure there are instances she does stay in. She does have some digs recorded and some serve receive attempts.
O'Malley, I think you get my point, though. I mean,
I do. Yeah. But if she's not effective as a hitter out of pipe, which she may or may not be, then there's no reason to keep her in back there. And you've got better defenders.
All right.
That's my reasoning, and I'm sticking with it.
16-12 as Roger Bacon stops another run here, and they serve for it, and they get another ace. I mean, they're an ace machine. That's 4 aces.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's a real story. The serving is low, hard, flat float serves, and Hartley's having a really tough time. So that dies so early in the court.
Good work there by Neeson to dig that with control. Gets a dig without control, so now another free opportunity as running into the table right there is Lauren Johnson. Gets back. Brandewie goes up with music. Brandewie and tooling it right there. That was a great setup by Brandewie.
Yeah, a little out of system there that, again, looked perfectly in system. Nice high ball about 4 feet off the net. Crockett able to tool that block from Roger Bacon.
Kaylee Music with the serve. Another great touch and trying to run it down with Caitlin O'Malley. That was a beautiful touch.
Yeah, and it really, again, we mentioned earlier, you know, if you can't go through Brandewie, then you got to go over. And the key there was keeping it really shallow, and that is very difficult for a hitter to do.
Brandewie calling off of it, and they go middle as Brandewie calling for herself to be a decoy right in front of us.
Yep.
Big volleyball IQ right there.
Yeah, and you can see Crockett comes around from the right side to hit a 2-ball in the middle, unexpected, because again, you expect Brandewie to get the ball in system, but Crockett does lead this team in kills.
18-14. Down the middle and in. Wow, nobody home in that corner pocket.
Yeah, so I think, you know, what you'll see from Roger Bacon, they're not going to be the team that's going to just keep hitting into a block. All right, so what they've seen here is that the defender in middle back for Hartley shifted all the way to the line, and therefore there was an open corner.
Not the best set for Brandewie. And because of that, Roger Bacon is the first to 20, which is another one of those important marks, and they've got a 6-point lead on Bishop Hartley. So the Spartans have come to play here. This time Brandewie calls for it, and just nobody's going to stop that.
Yeah, and that was actually a little bit of a mishit off of her fingertips, because it was mishit at about, I'm going to say 11 feet. Okay, maybe 12 feet, looking at the replay. But it's still incredibly difficult to dig.
Brandewie waiting for a volleyball, has one now. She'll step back to the service line. See if she goes with a jump serve here. She does. Deep on the back row, pretty good set, massive swing, and a whole lot of power. We could talk about Brandewie's power all day long, but the power there from Mariah Gaines, that's a freshman. Have I said that?
You have said that. We'll take a look at this replay. All right, that set comes all the way out to the pin, which gives her the opportunity to go down the line, and right back for Bishop Hartley was not positioned correctly.
Look at these serves. I mean, they're just absolutely crushing Bishop Hartley with their serve.
I mean, I told you in the pregame, and you have to start to believe me when I'm telling you these things.
The serves are so disruptive, and because of that, it's Roger Bacon on top, 22-15 here. Dean Linke with Michelle Mimna, and Roger Bacon just taking a quick look at it. They've got 4 aces already, and they're hitting just 194, but they don't need to hit if they just continue to have all these aces.
Yeah, and you can see, again, that float serve is dying at about 16 feet. And when you, as a serve receiving core, have to continually move forward, getting under it and keeping it on your side is very, very difficult. I mean, it's just a masterful serving game so far for Roger Bacon.
Yeah, on point.
You know, and again, I think the realization is keeping Bishop Hartley out of system is the goal, and that's how you do it. You hit down the line when you're on offense, and you serve them out of system with floats that drop quickly or move side to side.
Ellie Hughes serving for the Spartans, 3 away from taking that all-important set 1. The dig handled. They go back to the power there of Crockett. Sent back across, and it'll be infraction, and it'll be a point, 2 touches. So Bishop Hartley gets the point. They need several here.
Yeah, Sammy Hoffman there was trying to backpedal and set at the same time. Running a 5-1, I feel like she could have popped that thing over.
Chalfant with the serve. Spartans high in the air. Chalfant with the first touch. They go far side pin and into the net, and Roger Bacon gets the point right back. They're 2 away.
Yeah, Crockett was up in the air actually a little early here. You can see the set's nice and high. She's up. She almost has to wait on it, which caused her to serve or to hit into the net.
Gaines gives one back, a service air, 3rd service air to go with those 4 service aces.
So they're +1 in that department, and again, on the course of the season, I'm assuming, you know, they're plus quite a few because they're not missing 300 serves. They're earning a lot of points on their service game.
Lauren Johnson with the serve for the Hawks. The Spartans get it back over. Johnson pops it forward, flying into it. Tremendous work once again. Etienne, I think that time.
Yeah, Alex Etienne, again, doing a nice job, again, using top of the block. She knows she's not going to put it down.
There's an ace when you need it from the other team. Bishop Hartley makes it 23-19. Nice service there from Lauren Johnson, a senior.
See how quickly that drops? I like to tell our players if they serve like that, do you have a remote control on that? Because it's almost like it gets to a certain point and then it literally just dies.
So Michael Ray, the top man, as we mentioned, went to the University of Dayton. He's been at the school for 9 years with a record of 182-54, a career record of 223-64, assisted by Josh Cheerio, Doug Franz, and Blair Arms. They won a state title in 2011, and they've been runner-ups in 14, 16, and 18. They've been to the state semifinals 8 times at Bishop Hartley.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quality program. You know, they compete in Division II, but routinely schedule, play, and beat Division I teams from across the state. It's a rich tradition of very, very good volleyball, and honestly, you can say the same thing for Roger Bacon. These teams schedule the toughest they can so that they're able to play in this arena at the end of the season.
Back to serve is Lauren Johnson, part of a 3-0 run here for the Hawks. 23-19. Tipped at the net, kept alive. Back row scramble, so it'll be a free opportunity here now for Bishop Hartley. They set their offense down the middle. The block was on time for Roger Bacon. Far side, going underneath the net, but after the hit, so no whistle and through. And now Roger Bacon, the Spartans, 1 point away from taking set 1.
Yeah, and again, you know, watching, see this last play here. Again, a smart play. Look at where she's trying to get the ball, deep in the right back corner. They've spotted something there that they like, and they're heading for that zone every time.
3 players with 3 kills each for Roger Bacon, and Roger Bacon with the block, Roger Bacon with the win. The first set goes to Roger Bacon. It's the Division II state semifinals. Roger Bacon, the Spartans, taking set 1 over the Bishop Hartley Hawks.
So that leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from One Long Fire Program. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but my son's a good kid. He's not going to look for them.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Welcome back to the Nutter. Your host here at Wright State, where Roger Bacon takes set 1 25-19, and it didn't hurt that they had 4 aces.
Yeah, and you know, statistically, neither team are hitting wonderfully. Roger Bacon is approaching 200, but they're at 194. Bishop Hartley only at 125. But it's really the difference. There have been 4 aces. Obviously, that's 4 reception error points for Bishop Hartley. And in that little run in the middle, when that Roger Bacon got that separation, you know, that was the difference.
Roger Bacon, Kelsey Neeson, the player that Michelle Mimna picked, has 3 kills, but so does Huber and so does Kroger. Nellie Hughes has 2, Huffman has 1, Gaines has 1. The balance has been there for Roger Bacon, at least in that first set. We'll see how Bishop Hartley responds.
Yeah, and I think, Bishop Hartley needs to be in system. They really weren't. They had 7 kills that set.
That serve, you can't get in system.
Right,
Yeah.
Roger Bacon had 13 kills, so almost doubling up. You got to find a way to really get that serve up high in the air. Can increase the opportunities for the setter to get to her hitters, especially a middle. If you've got a low-driven passed ball, the setters are going to be taken out of the offense. I just see the libero here for Bishop Hartley jumping up high just to try to smack hands with Brandewie and Kate McLean at 6'2" and 6'3".
The libero, Caitlin O'Malley, wearing number 7, will serve here to get the second set started as Bishop Hartley finds himself down 1-0 against Roger Bacon. The first serve of the second set underway, and here we go. Once again, they continue to, the plan is to loft it over Brandewie every time, and they do it again. They do not stop doing it, and guess what, folks? It's working.
Yeah, I mean, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So when you hit into Brandewie once, you tend to not want to do it again.
Another power serve, handled back row. They go to Brandewie, and Brandewie down the line, but out of bounds.
Yeah, again, just a freight train coming. And if she is able to turn that in, that's a kill. But again, this set, it's a really beautiful set. I'm gonna turn that thumb up, Ella, and get that thing in the court.
2-0 start, 3-0 start for Roger Bacon.
Yeah, continuing to pick on the right back corner. Again, this time Roger Bacon going against Kaylee Music, the 6'1" setter, and her block.
So a 3-0 start. Brandewie cannot hop it over, and even Brandewie looks a little frustrated.
What I like, though, is she got those arms right around her teammates. She pulled them all back in. She's talking to her setter right now, perhaps telling her to slow that back slide down just a little bit.
4-0 start for Roger Bacon, but 4-1, and the point coming from ATN.
Again, Bishop Hartley making a concerted effort to get Brandewie involved, but what a nice out-of-system ball. And the block for Roger Bacon there was up a little early, which helped with that tool.
Punched over by Roger Bacon, and Brandewie can crank. So Brandewie, now with her 3rd kill, trails only ATN, who's got 4 for Bishop Hartley.
Now, what I like about what just happened there is Brandewie made herself available and vocally said to her setter, I'm here, as her setter was focusing on the ball. Not every middle does that. They kind of wait and see if the set's going to go up. It's just, again, it's a high volleyball IQ, immediate kill.
Music with the serve. Lead now cut in half, 4 straight, now 2 back, but 1 right back again. That right corner pocket is open, and Roger Bacon, the Spartans are finding it.
Yeah, again, you kind of take a look. They're getting it to their outside pin. And again, see, it's not hit hard. It's hit 27 feet into the court. It's just wide open space, and Hartley's going to have to make an adjustment.
Ooh, wow. Brandewie, eyes got big, and the hammer thrown.
Again, take a look. It's a beauty. She's up really almost a 0 tempo, meaning as soon as it leaves the setter's hands, Brandewie is making contact with it. And what a confident player. Just love watching her. She knows good things are going to happen when they're in system.
It's only a junior, folks. So the Buckeyes got to wait another season, and Brandewie now gets another one. So Brandewie now leads all players on the court with 5 kills.
Yeah, that time they ran her on a set in the 3 zone known as a 32. Deep ball called in by the official.
5-4, Bishop Hartley serving for the tie here in the second set. And they'll get it right there. So a service ace coming for Bishop Hartley at a good time. Nice serve there coming from Fuser.
Both of these teams running a 5-1. So again, they've got setters that they can weaponize. Sometimes when you see runs starting to happen, that's when we'll see a setter get more active.
Good dig by Music. Music, free opportunity here. Down the middle, dug out back row. Kept alive. Some good volleyball here with the score tied at 5s in the second set. And there's Branda Wee. There is some fire right there from number 20.
Yeah, and Roger Bacon really kind of made a mistake here. They set a ball really shallow in the 3 zone, and you essentially just dared Ella Brandewee to block you, and she said, I'll take that there.
Service air into the net there from Huser, the junior. And we've got Brandewee right in front of our broadcast position, and she looks ready to be in Columbus already for the Scarlet and Gray. Am I right? 6'6".
Yeah, she really does. And just a natural athlete, very high volleyball IQ. Gonna do some good things for the Scarlet and Gray.
Flanked right there by Etienne, but it'll be out of bounds, so it's gonna come back now to Bacon as Roger Bacon has the lead, the Spartans. Roger Bacon from St. Bernard, Ohio. Brandewee, and Brandewee, 6 kills, leading all players.
Sure, the officials called out, but I think it hit the end, yes, it hit the antenna off of the dig and not off of Brandewee's slide attack, which was really just a 2-step beauty.
Brandewee with the serve, tied at 7s here in the second set. Back row, good communication. They set it up for the swing there of Crockett. Brandewee calls for it. Would have liked to seen a little more power there from McLean, number 24.
Nice rally developing here. Back row attack.
Brandewee pops it high in the air. Crockett picked back up by Roger Bacon. Near side, sent over there by Kroger. They go back to Crockett, and Crockett tools it, point. And watch out, here comes Bishop Hartley. They got the lead again.
Yeah, beautiful set there by Kaylee Music. Just really puts it right where Crockett needs it to be able to go line, cross, or seam, and she tools that block line.
Crockett with 3 kills. Brandewee's got the most with 6. Brandewee's serving. Sent over there by Gaines, and Gaines will earn the point.
A net violation on Crockett. I'm sorry, yes, on Crockett, number 2, in the middle of that transition.
Gaines serving. Boy, it does just drop out of the air, doesn't it? And a little bit of miscommunication, too many hits, so that comes off the serve.
Yep, and that's number 1 there, Jocelyn Hauser flies under the center line with her entire body.
Gaines serving. First touch as they've been targeting O'Malley. And the finish right there, that's better from McLean.
Looks like they might have made a change. They're either running a 6-2 now for Bishop Hartley, or that was just an out of system. But number 13,
Chaffont.
Yeah, she set that last ball. To keep an eye on if they made that adjustment.
Chaffont with a great back pass, knowing that Music was going to be there. Music gets the point. Bishop Hartley up by 1.
Yeah, so they have switched to running a 6-2. And what that's doing is giving them 3 hitters in every rotation. So a move to try to generate some more offense for Bishop Hartley. Michael Ray signaling the play to the server. Stopped at the net. Crockett keeps it alive. They go back to Crockett. Denied. Reset here for Bishop Hartley. Crockett again. Crockett back row, taken care of here by Roger Bacon. Big swing from the Spartans. Saved again. And down the line again. Music has been good here. Yeah, and again, that's allowing her to be an attacker and a blocker. You know, giving her giving Bishop Hartley the chance to score more. They must like that matchup that they have against the outside blockers for Roger Bacon.
11-9, Bishop Hartley trailing 1-0. They lead this second set. Tremendous dig again by O'Malley. Crockett steps into it, goes through the block, but the block slows it down to set the offense. The block return though from Bishop Hartley. Crockett going up with McLean, and it's a 3-point lead, the biggest lead so far in either set. Bishop Hartley Hawks, and guess what? Alyssa Flading wants to take a timeout for Roger Bacon and talk it over.
Yeah, and I think, you know, what you're seeing now is that, again, two very evenly matched teams. The first set, the serving pressure was intense from Roger Bacon. Bishop Hartley moved up a little bit, giving themselves a little less time, less floor to cover. They've been in system largely in this second set, and they've been able to get Brandewie the ball. So they want to continue, they want to just see more of the same. Roger Bacon has to go back to looking around and over the Bishop Hartley block and continuing to pick on that deep right corner to even up this set.
So 12-9, the first set going to Roger Bacon, 25-19. So whatever Michael Ray did for some of these adjustments, working right now. We've got a long way to go though.
Yeah, again, I think the biggest adjustment he made, we probably didn't hear what he said about serve receive needing to improve, but the change from running the 6-1 or the 5-1 to the 6-2 is giving them more offense.
Serve here from Chalfant. Back pass off the slide and denied. And talked a lot about when Brandewie's not out there, but Crockett right now with McLean, and Brandewie missed 8 games with Team USA, so I guess they got to take all that back. They know what they're doing even without her.
Oh yeah, I mean the lineup that they had to roll with, I'm sure, you know, became very comfortable to them. Ooh, I like that play.
What a dig there from O'Malley. It was a great play, but a better dig from O'Malley, and O'Malley there with another dig. O'Malley getting it done. They go cross court. That was music. 13-9, and that one goes right through Chalfant. That was power right there from the Spartans, and that's one way to stop a run.
Yeah, Kelsey Neeson that time from the back row hitting that pipe, and again, guess where she went? Right back corner.
So this serve coming from Kroger. It's 13-10. Wow, that's a great shot right there and in from McLean.
Again, setting the B, which is in the 3 zone. It's a quick silver bullet. Kate's up early, you can see, before the set. Knows exactly where she wants to go. Beautiful play on both sides of the net offensively.
So serving again is Lauren Johnson's 14-10. Cleaning things up again is O'Malley. O'Malley, really good libero. The set coming from Huffman. And good slide, but let's see. Oh, that'll give it. They'll say it counts, so Roger Bacon gets the point.
Well, the crowd booing what they don't understand. So again, let's take a look here. All right, one official can call it out to the side, but if it's in deep, then the line judges can actually have different calls because they only have one line of responsibility.
Too deep that time as McLean was not able to get a swing over it, so it's 14-12. And back to serve again here is Sammy Huffman. Huffman having a really good game as the setter with 15 helpers. Come back to Neeson, and Neeson just never got up in the air that time.
Yeah, no, she really did contact that kind of underneath the ball, wasn't able to put any kind of top spin on it, and that sails deep and wide.
Kelsey Neeson, a sophomore, Tammy Neeson, a senior. Serving here, O'Malley's been outstanding here in the second set. It's 15-12, Bishop Hartley, and it sits on top of the tape, kept alive, sent over by O'Malley. Huffman with a good set to Neeson, and denied there as Brandewie showing some power.
Yeah, Brandewie and music there. You can see they're both up, same time. Roger Bacon almost got it back over.
O'Malley, I like the libero O'Malley back pass.
Yeah, you're channeling your inner Robin Williams when you're O'Malley.
I like saying it.
And she likes playing it.
16-13, Roger Bacon serving. Cammie Neeson. Oh, Brandewy was calling for that the entire time, but good job by Roger Bacon to slow it down. Brandewy gets back over there. You can see everybody saying, get up, get up. Good touch, cleaned up by Music. Brandewy. Thought Brandewy was going to smash it, elected to touch it. Far side there by Etienne, and overpass handled by Brandewy, and what are they saying?
Net violation on Roger Bacon. Yeah, what a great rally there. A lot of defensive hustle by Roger Bacon, but you're starting to see the length and the blocking ability of Bishop Hartley.
17-13, Bishop Hartley up 4, trying to even this one up.
Great touch on the block, slows it down.
Decoy from Brandewy. We go back to Etienne. Brandewy gets a piece of it. Etienne. They come back near side and just a little bit too deep for Chapon.
Yeah, and what's interesting, not very many teams at the high school level, these track touches on the block that continue in play, but in many ways those become free balls, so getting up there and getting a touch on them is just as important as any other play in the game.
Brandewy smashed, the dig goes over, so Brandewy calls for it again, and this time says, you're not touching this one.
And again, yes, her size, yes, her reach, yes, her power, all of those things help her be a great player, but the fact that she's up and available before the setter even has her hands on the ball, that is what makes Ella Brandewy the middle that she is.
User at the service line. Little touch right there, nifty touch from Gaines. Gaines, this springy freshman, what a bright future she's got.
Yeah, Gaines saw something she liked there too, which was the fact that Hartley was not playing off-block defense. Okay, you can see Hartley parked at the 10-foot line instead of coming in to receive that tip.
Gaines with 4 kills. Brandewy sends it over. Tremendous sliding dig there from Kelsey Neeson. Back row dig, Brandewy denied by the freshman Gaines. Brandewy denied it first, but you could see after that she was coming back to bring some heat at the freshman.
Again, that doesn't work if she pouts about the block or if she tells her setter to go out to the pin. Okay, she gets blocked, she turns, she has a two-step transition and says, good night.
Sitting on 9 kills, and now back at the service line is Brandewy. It's 19-15, pardon me. And Gaines comes into the block, it comes back, and they're gonna give the point to Bishop Hartley and the Hawks, the first to 20 here in the second set.
Yeah, the blocking game has really started to be a problem here. Even just the touches that Bishop Hartley is getting, everything is in system.
Gaines a little rattled maybe by that second Brandewy smoke show as Gaines blocked her, and then Brandewy came back with aggression, right? And if you're a freshman, that's gotta rattle you a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, the place they're playing right now would rattle a freshman. I mean, they were playing junior high volleyball a year ago at this time. And you walk into the Nutter Center and it is, your depth perception is off. You're playing against a kid in Brandewy who is going to go to OSU, traveling around the world on the U.S. national team. And yeah, she hits a ball wide. So I think we're going to give the freshman just a little bit of slack.
Dean Linke with Michelle Mimna. Delighted to be with each and every one of you on the NFHS network for the 2021 Ohio High School Athletic Association Volleyball State Championships. Great to be in Dayton at the Nutter Center.
Imagine here Looking at Roger Bacon's huddle, they know that they can beat this team. They understand that now that Brandewie is hot, right, they've got to do some different things. But now Brandewie's in the back row. So if you're Roger Bacon, let's do a little bit more strategizing, making Kate McLean the middle for Bishop Hartley move to the pins, maybe some quicker sets, and see if they can't get back into this one.
Brandewie serving with a 6-point lead in the second set and 2 deep off that timeout. And Brandewie will head to the bench after that serve. So that'll bring the libero, Caitlin O'Malley, back into the game. O'Malley with 11 digs already. Service from Gaines. Athien. That was Crockett, rather. I apologize. Crockett sent back over. And then Music thought it was going to be out, let it go, and Roger Bacon gets the point.
Yeah, I do think, again, taking a look at this, that Roger Bacon is going to have a lot of their success at the pins, which is spreading those middles out, and off-speed tips, rolls, dumps to the deep corners.
Crockett. I think that's too deep. So the point for Roger Bacon, and they've cut the lead to 3.
And again, for me, there's a clear strategy. Now, can you execute it if you're Roger Bacon?
Good tip there by Huber. Huber's been really good, number 6. Probably not said her name enough. They set it. Well, they don't set it as the setter dumps it, but picked off there.
Oh, we got a little game of patty cake back and forth happening. Woo!
Good hustle by O'Malley, but the point there for Roger Bacon, and Roger Bacon's cut the lead to 2. What a great use of the timeout. And now
Roger Bacon just picking apart Bishop Hartley. And again, it's what they're going to do. They're not going to be able to go swing for swing with Bishop Hartley's outsides or their middles. So making their defense have to get on the floor to dig the ball and then perhaps get a free ball back, that's going to be Roger Bacon's kind of end game here.
Dean Leakey with Michelle Mimna. Bishop Hartley calling the timeout. Michael Ray, what's he saying right now, Michelle?
Well, what he's saying is we've been tipped on 3 times in a row, so let's pick up the tip. That would be, I think my advice if my team were getting tipped on is move up, make your defense a little bit more shallow, and use your hands to dig a ball if they start to hit at you. But at some point, you can't allow yourself to be tipped off the court.
Taking a look at the leaders, Ella Brandewie, the future Buckeye, the junior, leads off players with 9 for Bishop Hartley, but Kelsey Neeson has 6, Huber 5, Kroger 5 for Roger Bacon. It's 21-19. It goes through the tape. Crockett.
Again, another nice block touch for Roger Bacon.
Tremendous dig there by Huser, number 1. Back pass, the slide, Huber denied. Crockett goes up in tandem with McLean, and I think Crockett put it back.
Yeah, and as we take a look at that again, it's a great idea. It's a push to the pin. That set falls about a foot short. I want to see that almost go beyond the pin so that hitter can really make an adjustment and not get trapped into the block.
Really good hands there from Crockett as it's 23-19. The Ohio High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Championships here in Dayton, Ohio. It's set number 2. Bishop Hartley 23, Roger Bacon 19. Say hello to Nicole Shear, who we'll touch base with a little bit later on as it's 23-19. In the air, middle. Another dump there. That has been a common play from Hoffman. Set the offense, go back to Crockett. Crockett. I thought that went into the tape. They did get it right.
Yeah, and that's a point where the second referee, who can't actually blow his whistle to call that, will signal to the first referee. And that's why sometimes there's that 1 or 2 second. It's not of incompetence, it's literally just relaying information.
And the ace has returned. That's the 5th ace for Roger Bacon. They had 4 in the first set. This is their first ace of the second set. Part of the story here of the second set, Michelle Mimna.
Ace is the place.
23-21. First touch from Crockett. They go back to Music. Music cross court. Picked up there neatly by Kroger. Big swing from Huber. Huber looking for the corner pocket. She missed it that time.
Yep, and again, it's clear what they're trying to do. See, nice dig here. They get themselves in system, just underneath that ball. Even it up here on Bishop Hartley.
Lauren Johnson, I like her serve too. Creates that overpass and Music will finish it. That all comes from a tremendous Lauren Johnson as they put the Spartans on their back heel. And guess what? We got ourselves a good volleyball matchup here as we are trying to push a team forward to the D2 final on Saturday. But through 2, it's Roger Bacon with 1 set, Bishop Hartley with 1 set.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Great to be back at the Nutter in Dayton, your wonderful host of the 2021 OHSAA D2 volleyball semifinals. All of the state championships will be crowned tomorrow, but right now we got a good one. Roger Bacon, they won the first set. Bishop Hartley, they won the second set. And the fans, Michelle Mimna, you cannot underestimate how awesome the fans being back is to both these teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice to see the student sections again. You know, if you take a look all weekend, you know, these student sections kind of plan out their choreography. And you can see here, when we take a look at the Roger Bacon fans, they're getting their instructions, I believe, from one of the staff members. I saw it earlier. They were doing kind of the wave and they were going back and forth. But yeah, it's so great to have loud, because last year it was silent. We could hear our own voices, which who wants to do that too often? But as we enter this third set, to me, now's where strategizing begins. They've really got a grasp of each other. They've done some things well on both sides of the tape. So the third set, to me, is going to be a reflection of who's been able to make the best adjustments.
All right, so flying in there again, it's so fun to watch. Caitlin O'Malley come in and fly around. Is coming out right now is Kate McLean. And it doesn't hurt to have a front row seat at Ella Brandewie. If you love volleyball, those big impact players like Brandewie, they catch your eye.
Yeah, they sure do, and not just with their skill, but also their competitiveness, their IQ for their sport, and the way that they're great team players.
Brandewee calling for it. Didn't get a whole lot of heat on that one, and so it was denied at the net. Cleaned up there by Music. O'Malley, Etienne, and blocked as Etienne gets blocked there. It's the first point going to Roger Bacon.
Yeah, and like you said, I think Brandewee kind of mishit the ball that she had right before this last play. Came off kind of softly.
Hoffman, oh my, that was just ridiculous serve and a six service ace.
So the serving zones on the court start at 1 and the serving and all the way around. Zone 2, when you're serving from that back line, is the hardest place to hit. And I love that Roger Bacon is able to do that.
Brandewee got over there, and I'll tell you what, that's a perfect example of never celebrate too early. Brandewee, I think, thought she had it, but Roger Bacon did not give up on it.
Yep.
Went off the face, I think.
And take a look here. The attack coming, right? There's a block. Yeah, and really, Bishop Hartley had a chance to return that too.
Brandewee punches it over. 3-0, Roger Bacon, make it 4-0. Roger Bacon and Fuego here to start the third set.
Yeah, so Roger Bacon twice now has gone to their pins, which means they're spreading out Brandewee. And if you see there, she knew she couldn't get there on the block, so she pulled off, which left a one-on-one for Bacon's hitter and Hartley's walk.
You get it that high and way above the net, there's not a block that you could even try as she just slams this one down. Yeah, they don't even go up to block it.
Nope, they don't. And she doesn't hit it straight on. She puts it toward the sideline. It's just really, really hard to make a defensive play.
Brandewee and Etienne on the block, and Etienne found flat-footed and goes right into the net.
Yeah, just a hand-to-ball contact error there. They take care of the ball. And Roger Bacon opening up a lead similar to what they had in set 1.
Right through the freshman is Brandewee again, and Brandewee's got 11 kills to lead all players. Well, not a 6 rotation player either, but 11 kills for Ella Brandewee.
Yeah, and you know, there's no doubt in my mind that we could play in 6 rotations, but if you have someone who can pass better, then they need to be on the floor.
User with the serve. Big swing by the freshman Gaines, denied there, but kept alive by Roger Bacon. There's Music with the first touch. They'll go back to Crockett. Crockett goes through the tape. Back row dig, tremendous. Swing there from Kroger, kept alive again, so Crockett will get it over again. Another great rally here. And a fraction there on Roger Bacon. It's going to come back point Bishop Hartley.
Yeah, and again, it looks like Roger Bacon was trying to, again, tip the ball over the block, make the Hartley defense move, but instead found the peppermint stick that we call antennas in the volleyball world.
It was 4-0 Roger Bacon. It's now a chance for Bishop Hartley to make it 5-4 if they can get this point. Good idea by the freshman to go around number 20. Crockett. That's a great set there by Brandewee, and a tremendous finish from Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, again, just a way, you know, to keep yourself in system. You take a look when you've got other players you can set up that ball. And not every team has that. Not every team has several players that can set a ball without making a double contact.
User with the service air. So serving is Kroger. Crockett pops into the air. Brandewee calls for it. Brandewee cranks it. Brandewee's got 12 kills.
So I think you're starting to sense the importance of Hartley being in system, because there really isn't anybody who's going to dig more than a few of Brandewee's attacks. So when you're out of system, it becomes a way to beat you.
Brandewee with the serve. Set by Hoffman, back to Neeson. Back row one-handed dig by Huser. Crockett gets it back over. Neeson keeps it alive. Hoffman, the setter, sends it back over. Good shot there from McLean. Kept alive again. Dig by Brandewie. Falls down. Kept alive again by Hoffman. Sent over, and the finish there by Allie Hughes. That's another freshman for Roger Bacon.
I'm starting to sense the possibility of seeing Roger Bacon here in the next couple of years. Again, just smart plays. The block for Hartley wasn't quite over the tape.
Infraction there, stepped over the line.
Bella Chalfant, who's sharing the setting duties now, stepped completely over the center line. Violation.
O'Malley with the dig. Crockett. Hoffman's been so good at that back pass, and then the slide there. And great work by Gaines. So Gaines now with 5 kills. Kelsey Neeson with 6, Huber with 5, Kroger with 5, and Gaines with 5. Good balance.
It really is. When you can set anybody in your front row and you have a pipe option in the back row, man, being a setter seems like a dream job.
7 service aces for Roger Bacon. 7.
Yeah, it's again, it's something that they obviously practice. You can see it dies, it moves side to side. And it has really helped them come out to this lead in
Neeson.
Crucial third set.
So it'll be interesting to track the runs for Roger Bacon when Brandewie sits down.
Well, I'm sure offensively, it's certainly where you don't see the same kind of production.
Service error, 4th service error, then 7 service aces for Roger Bacon with the score 11-6. Going back to serve is Chalfant. Bella Chalfant, a junior. And number 13, my favorite number, 11-6. Wow, there's the power of the freshman Gaines. And you know, she kind of does it effortlessly, doesn't she? She just floats in the air and then bang.
Yeah, again, you know, she's got an idea as well, you know, where they want to put the ball, right back corner. It's a consistent theme for the strategy of Roger Bacon.
Music gets the kill. Music with 4 kills. Back into the game comes the great serve of Lauren Johnson. She was there to finish set 2. Back out here now in set 3, 12-7. Bishop Hartley down 5. Sent over by Kroger. Right down the middle, and the kill coming for McLean. Kate McLean, a junior. She'll be back. Brandewie, a junior. She'll be back.
Let me see McLean here, again, doing a nice job, again, making herself available. And the height certainly helps quite a bit.
So service error from Johnson. So 5 service errors for Bishop Hartley against 4 from Roger Bacon. Back to serve, Kelsey Neeson. Etienne, and Etienne tools it.
Yeah, between Etienne and Crockett, they've had a lot of success kind of with their attacks dribbling down the front of the Roger Bacon block because they're not sealing the net with their arms.
O'Malley to serve, 13-9. Well, I thought Brandewie was going to go ahead and jump up on that overpass. Brandewie tips it. O'Malley. Brandewie calls for it. They go back to music. Kept alive. Tremendous dig here by Roger Bacon. Back across. Brandewie with the block all by herself. And it was a block from distance, too. Brandewie. Wow. Soft that time. Almost kind of threw it a little bit, but they'll count it.
Yeah, again, tipping to zone 4, we call it. You know, she has swung at every ball. And therefore that libero for Roger Bacon is at 15 feet. And then Brandewie sees that she can tip it about 2 feet and easily score.
The slide was read there by Brandewie. That's not the best set for Brandewie, so she pushes it over and it's handled by Roger Bacon. Good dig by Chalfant, far side to ATN. Back row dig coming from Roger Bacon, sent over by Kroger. Music, back row dig by Deason. Kept alive by Kroger, Chalfant, and bye-bye.
And you notice the last 2 times Music has gotten the set. Again, kind of take a look here now. They go right back to Brandewie. But Music got 2 kills because there was no block. Who do you think they were focusing on? Brandewie. There was an absolute absence of a block because Music was the one getting the ball.
Brandewie just had another block, and she's now got 15 kills to lead all players. Closest to her is Neeson with 7 on the other side.
Yeah, she's working hard in transition. You know, playing the middle is a really, really tough job because you've got 30 feet of responsibility and jumping every 15 feet.
And it's tied. We are tied at 13s. 5-0 scoring run from Bishop Hartley to tie it. And a 5-0 scoring run will make Roger Bacon head coach Alyssa Flading take a timeout.
Yeah, and again, you know, at this point, it's not really anything that Roger Bacon is doing wrong. But the fact is that, you know, to stop Ella Brandewie, you've got to have the same kind of height. You've got to have reach. And when Bishop Hartley is in system, it's so quick. The A, that quick first tempo set in the middle, it's very, very difficult for a defense to get their feet stopped and dig the ball.
So the timeout's called by Alyssa Flading. I'll go back to my same line. What's Alyssa Flading saying to her team?
Yeah, I mean, I just think at this point, it's like, hey, we're tied up at 1 set apiece, and look, we're tied at 13. So let's go out, let's win the timeout. Let's keep the ball away from Brandewie, and maybe let's sprinkle a little magic fairy dust on our serve again and get a couple of aces.
Back to the service line as part of a 5-0 run, O'Malley. As we're tied at 13s. O'Malley with the serve. Hoffman, Huber. I like Huber. Mia Huber, a junior, listed at 5'10". I don't think she's that tall.
No, I think rosters, you know, exaggerate the height of players once in a while.
Yeah, I went with 5'11" on my basketball program, and you know that's not true.
That's not true.
Come on.
That's not true.
Well, you don't have to say it that quick.
Well, unless you're like...
You don't have to say it that quick.
Unless
Overpass.
you're shrinking.
14-13, the back pass has been part of the game here for Roger Bacon, and it works. Tremendous work by Sammy Huffman as the setter for Roger Bacon.
Yeah, and the reason that's a little more difficult for blockers to get to, all right, they're moving to their left. Tougher to get up and back around when you're blocking to your left.
Tremendous use of the timeout. I'll tell you what, Alyssa Flading comes off the timeout with a 3-0 run, Michelle.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think third set, once they had won, each team had won a set, is really the time that you start to make adjustments.
Brandewie with the finish. Brandewie's got 16.
She turns around and it's too easy. You know, it's too easy. If it weren't so much fun to hit the ball hard, she'd probably be tipping the ball like that every time. Again, you can see the liberos at 15 feet, nowhere to be found.
16-14. Music gets the touch. They'll go back to Etienne. Back row dig. Hoffman to Huber. And Huber tools it. Huber, again, talking about the fact that she's not 5'10", but she plays like she's 6'10".
Yeah, and that one was really more of a timing issue with the block of Bishop Hartley. But a point is a point.
Another ace. Finding the window there. That's 9 aces for Roger Bacon. Did you mention aces the place?
Something. Either that or aces wild or ace in the hole or, I mean, something like that.
Cammie Neeson. Read there by O'Malley. O'Malley will just lay everything out there. I think she was the player that had a broken nose. I'm not surprised. Look at her trying to look around.
Face first. Now, I'm going to ask you, do you get my reference, my Robin Williams? O'Malley, O'Malley. Do you know what movie that's from?
Nope.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Okay, there you go.
O'Malley, O'Malley. And I'm just, now I can't get Robin Williams' voice out of my head. Obviously, one of the greatest actors of our generation that we lost too soon.
I feel like there was an O'Malley in dodgeball as well. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know.
Come on, Michelle.
I know, and I even saw dodgeball a couple of weeks ago. Not doing my job very well. All right, so now I'm wondering, I'm putting myself in Hartley's huddle at this point. And I believe that Brandewie is off the floor. And I think that, you know, again, the match is not going to be decided in this set. So what can we do, Hartley, to get back within a few before this thing gets to 22 or 23? Let's see who they have on the floor. So Brandewie is there. So we need to pass this ball, no more aces. And we need to either get, we have Etienne or Crockett in there now. So Etienne is in there.
Yep.
This is where she came around before and ran a 2-ball, but it looks like she's going to run a right side ball. I understand what they were trying to do, okay? Give it a different look. Brandewie kind of faking an A, but the set was out here almost to the ref stand, so not particularly well executed.
No, yeah, I don't blame Etienne for that one at all. It's not a good set. Etienne sends it over. 20-14. Roger Bacon missing at that time was Gaines. Maybe feeling the pressure of Brandewie.
So 2 miscues, one on either side of the net in terms of setter-hitter connection.
So into the game is Jocelyn Huser, the 5'7" junior. Really good serve, folks. That might have been out.
Yeah. And get a free ball opportunity, but O'Malley fell down. And also, Jasmine Crockett became a hitter before she was a passer. And nothing will make a head coach want to turn around and say some special words than when hitters want to hit before they pass.
Yeah, Crockett got an earful there from her coach. I liked how O'Malley came up, though, and tried to prop her back up again. That's a great leader, O'Malley.
No doubt about it.
O'Malley with another dig.
Takes one in the chest.
And Crockett with 2 hands sends it back over. And Roger Bacon. This one smells like a 5-set instant classic. It just does.
It really does. I mean, you get to spend more time with me, so I don't know why you would even act like you're complaining.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's
I am not.
Both teams. It's kind of just been back and forth. You know, adjustments last for 5 or 6 points, and then you got to find a new way. And there's one of the first digs on Brandewie tonight.
Yeah, that was from Cammie Neeson. That dig was phenomenal, and Brandewie gets it back, though. Brandewie kind of a little bit the head shake right there.
Yeah, and what I liked about that play is, again, there are times when Brandewie, when they set her about 2 widths of the volleyball off the net, she can take a really big, powerful swing through. That time she was up and she just used her wrist. And again, she's technically already just really advanced, especially as a middle hitter.
Neeson going right back at Brandewie. Neeson's got 9 kills, one away from double digits.
Well, and I'll tell you, we'll take a look at that. So when Brandewie serves, she has to come up and play left back, which is where the libero, O'Malley, typically plays. So, you know, any coach worth their salt is going to say, hit it to the middle who just served, because they're not used to playing left back.
Huffman setting for Gaines, blocked right there. So Gaines sends it over. Plain, good pick up there by Neeson. And too many touches, so the point will go to Bishop Hartley.
Yeah, actually Roger Bacon's libero, number 2, Neeson, her foot was all the way over the center line. I had a good view of it. Anybody in the crowd wants to argue with me, I'm ready. Let's go.
Chalfant in to serve, 23-17. Neeson denied there. Neeson goes softer. Crockett with first touch. Yeah, so 24-17, 1 point away. The Spartans, Roger Bacon from St. Bernard, Ohio.
Right, take a look here again, just a nice off-speed ball. Trying to go back. Another great serve by Roger Bacon.
That might have been going out. It didn't matter as the finish there from Huber, who has been outstanding. Huber with her 8th kill, and guess what? It's going back and forth. Roger Bacon with the first set, Bishop Hartley with the second set. Roger Bacon takes the third set. That means we'll be back with set number 4.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA seeks to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in all of our athletic programs and is dedicated to working towards making sure they are free from any form of discrimination, harassment, and bullying. We strive to make all of our student athletes feel welcome and safe. Please join me in helping create an environment that emphasizes respect, teamwork, and understanding in order to build a culture that celebrates both the accomplishments and the uniqueness of all of our participants.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Dayton Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from One Long Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Welcome back to the Nutter, Dayton, Ohio, Wright State. Wonderful host once again to the 2021 Ohio High School Athletic Association State Championships. It's semifinal Friday after semifinal Thursday neatly wrapped up yesterday. And we got this one and another D2 semifinal. You talked about the fans over there getting it done. This is awesome.
Yeah, and I love that we're seeing it at a volleyball game. You know, you see it at football games all the time, but it's great to see it basketball, volleyball. The student sections love. They got out of school today. And they're saying thanks, volleyball team, for getting me out of school.
Wait, kids like getting out of school?
I mean, not in my class. They in fact would still be at school if it were me. But the fact is that it's so great to have all the noise, all the cheers, all of the, we can't hear you kind of cheers going back and forth, good-natured, ribbing each other.
When delusion is the truth, you're living good, Michelle. I love it.
I'm living great. What does that say about my level of delusion?
The fact that you think your kids would rather be in school.
Okay, maybe I was joking a little bit, but we do have a great time in my classroom.
I am not surprised. Dean Linke with Michelle Mimna, and let's get ready to roll here. Set number 4. Roger Bacon took set 1 and 3. Bishop Hartley serving took set number 2. Away we go on the NFHS network. And 1-0, tremendous start for the Spartans.
Yeah, and taking a look a little bit at the stats. So at this point, Bishop Hartley, Ella Brandewy with 17 kills. She's hitting her average at 438. And yes, I did say 438. So almost 1 out of every 2 times she touches the ball, she's getting a kill.
And right here is another one.
And on cue,
18 kills for Brandewy.
Bishop Hartley is leading in the blocking department 7-3. And the balance for Roger Bacon, though, might be the difference maker. 9 kills, 8 kills, and then a trio with 6.
1-1. Brandewy says me, and that went off the head. And this time off the hands, kept alive again. Brandewy's his 3rd time the charm. They go to Crockett instead. Brandewy overpass. Tremendous dig there by Hughes. Back row saved by Johnson. Brandewy, another great dig by Cammie Neeson, who seems ready for everything right now. Roger Bacon is dealing it. They go back to Etienne, and Etienne with the finish.
Yeah, and actually that was a great series because, again, Brandewy did not get the kills there. Etienne sees that deep corner, but Mariah Gaines took a ball off of her face. You can see her now, she's headed toward the end of her bench, and she kept jumping up and blocking, but she took a ball from Brandewy right in her right eye, and that can't feel good. Obviously hoping that she is okay.
So serving with a 3-1 lead, Hartley. Back pass again, familiar theme, read perfectly by Brandewy along with Etienne. And then Brandewy with the finish. Brandewy's got 19 kills.
She turns around and she's like, come on, give me some more balls to do that with. I mean, her reach, I would love to know what her wingspan is.
Hoffman sets it for Hannah Stark. Great dig on Brandewy. Remember that dig, Josh, producer, didn't matter. Brandewy got it back anyway. She's at 20 kills now.
Yeah. Again, just seeing a performance, you know, again, she's ready all the time. She's always up, she's always available. She knows that's the best way to get the ball set as a middle. You're not going to get as many swings, but she's probably breaking that trend. Yeah, she had 32 swings at the end of the 3rd set, and those are outside numbers. She's got 40 now. Those are pin hit numbers, but that's how often they find her.
Incredible with 20 kills, 7 digs, 3 blocks, the stat line for Ella Brandewy. Only a junior, as Michelle Mimna already told you, a bronze medal with the USA U18 team, missing 8 games this season, and yet Bishop Hartley kept on rolling, and we talked about it had the feel of a 5-set epic classic, and I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's, you know, the strength of one team against the strength of the other. So when it comes down to 5 sets, it's who can control the unforced errors. And honestly, if it goes set 5, is Brandewy in the front row at the end? Because I'll be honest, that's probably the difference maker.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, too, if Mariah Gaines can shake off that shot to the face, because she needs to be back out there with all due respect to the other players. She is the one player that I think can neutralize a little bit of Brandewy, and Brandewy there together with Chalfant, and Chalfant falls down as part of the celebration.
Yeah, Coach Ray is actually kind of looking like, what in the world? Let's not hurt each other. You know, it's a fun little trendy thing to do right now. Our high school players did it at Berlin. They kind of push each other after they make a great play. And this is what happened is they pushed each other, they fell down. It's like, stop. The coach is looking at him like, what are we, 7 years old?
7-1 Hartley. Etienne gets a piece of it, but the point back to Roger Bacon and the Spartans.
Yeah, so I think, you know, the celebrations of the girls on the volleyball court are starting to look like end zone celebrations, and they don't have pads on, so.
Brandewy, and another kill. Brandewy at 21 kills.
Yeah, and really, Brandewie has hit, I would say 90% of her sets are that first or zero tempo ball in the middle. So there's not a lot of variety, but why? Why give her something different when it's almost unstoppable?
Gaines back in, which is a good sign for Roger Bacon. Music with the dig. Sent over by Huser. Good spot. O'Malley with a good dig, but can't put it in play.
Yeah, giving a little bit of Bishop Hartley some of their own medicine with that tip to zone 4. O'Malley was deep, ready for an attack. Got there in time, but hit the antenna.
Stopping the run, it's now 8-3. First touch from Huser, back to Brandewie, and Brandewie straight smoke. Just power, 22 kills. Hartley on top. Brandewie, that was going to go out, but Brandewie got a piece of it. Crockett sends it over. Neeson. Gaines mishit it, so Hartley rolling here.
Yeah, it looked like Gaines was up a little bit early on that, was kind of coming down, trying to go against her momentum. That's a tough play to make.
So I'm just wondering, is this good? 22 kills, 8 digs, and 4 blocks, the stat line for Ella Brandewie.
I mean, if you like that kind of thing. But yes, it's excellent.
Neeson.
I
Neeson towards it.
You want to continue to talk about Brandewie in the back row, but let me explain to you. If Brandewie stayed in the back row, who wouldn't be on the floor right now? O'Malley. Because O'Malley subs for the middles.
I don't want to see her
That's what I mean.
Bench.
So
yeah.
it's not about Brandewie maybe not being able to do it. It's about O'Malley needs to serve, receive, and she needs to dig balls. So
point taken, point one by Michelle Mimna. It's 11-4. Bishop Hartley on top. And that was Crockett with a hammer. It's 11-4.
Nice tip on the block.
Crockett. Back row dig. But into the net. And it's 12-4. Hartley, Bishop Hartley on top.
Now Crockett there with a nice roll shot that really made that defensive play difficult. Now we're seeing Hartley open up a lead that is going to be difficult to come back from.
12-4. Bishop Hartley on top. Hoffman with the set, pushed over, read perfectly there by Chalfant. And the point to Roger Bacon.
Now Crockett hit that one long. And see if Roger Bacon can make up a few points here at the service line where we know they are very strong.
Yeah, one away from 10 service aces. Overpass. Big swing coming from McLean.
And doing a great job of keeping this alive, Roger Bacon.
McLean again, another tremendous dig by Roger Bacon. Music got her hands on that one on the block. But kept alive by Roger Bacon. It goes through McLean, point Roger Bacon.
And Kelsey Neeson has had a solid day, but a quiet day. But it's plays like that, the fact that they can set her in the back row, which throws off the timing of the opponent's block.
McLean. Neeson. Huber denied that time.
Kate McLean there, really kind of a tippy-toe block. Roger Bacon attack there needs to do a better job of working around that instead of hitting right into it.
Lauren Johnson comes back in to serve. She's got a neat little serve that drops. First dig there coming from Johnson. Music, wow, flying across. Hoffman with the set. Huber power. I don't think it touched. Oh, yeah, they say it did touch somebody. So Huber gets the kill. Huber's got 9 kills, just 2 less than Kelsey Neeson for Roger Bacon.
Yeah, and again, just seeing that balance. And again, Roger Bacon at the serving line. O'Malley saves that from another ace.
Music sends it over. Hoffman sets.
Yep, and they're getting exactly what they want. And it might seem, oftentimes with kind of the back and forth with tips and rolls, crowds and fans say, hit the ball. But that tip from Roger Bacon allowed them to get an overpass, which led to a point. It's all very strategic. And
Good
then
placement by McLean.
Height and reach. Sometimes height and reach outdo strategy.
Brandewee comes back in. O'Malley took over the libero position from Lauren Johnson, but Lauren Johnson stays out there with her. So it's like having 2 liberos on the court for Bishop Hartley. Into the net that time, not able to finish was Allie Hughes.
Yeah, that didn't even clear the tape. It kind of died inside the antenna. That's a tough ball for a pin to handle, especially when you've got 6 foot and 6'3" blocking you.
15-8. Huber denied there. Another block for Brandewee. Brandewee's got 5 blocks. And once again, Alyssa Flading, the head coach for Roger Bacon. Alyssa Flading was on the court when they won a national championship as a player in 2004. Now wants to talk it over as this one has 5 sets all over it.
Yeah, 16-8, while not impossible to overcome, it certainly would be a Herculean effort by Roger Bacon. So odds are we're going to get that 5th set that we were talking about earlier. And again, I think that's going to come down to, is Brandewee on the floor in the front row near the end of that set? Because I don't see an indication right now that Roger Bacon has an answer for an in-system Hartley team with Brandewee in the front row.
(16-8). Off the timeout. O'Malley back at the service line. She's got some swagger, doesn't she?
She does. I love it. I love how much, these sports allow girls to develop their confidence. Being a high school girl is hard enough. I know you wouldn't know that. But it's just, you love to see that confidence.
Tooling the block right there. Great work off the timeout by Roger Bacon.
Yeah, and that's just the element of sealing that net for the Bishop Hartley blockers. Dare we say it? Another ace for Roger Bacon.
That's 10.
Well, and when I first saw that statistic of 290 some, I thought, no way, that would mean they're making like 12 per match. And they're on pace to do even more than that.
Good scramble there by Bishop Hartley by that player Johnson. And look at O'Malley. Gosh! Threw it anyway though. O'Malley and Johnson flying all over the place. And here comes Roger Bacon.
Well, I'm going to tell you that play, not only great hustle by Bishop Hartley, but that one-handed set by Sammy Hoffman allowed the speed to remain for that middle attack, and that's the reason. That play's going to be underrated, but what a difference.
16-11, and tooling it again is Allie Hughes. If that Roger Bacon name rings a bell, LeBron James lost 1 game in the state final. Guess who beat him?
Roger Bacon. See, I'm a good test taker.
16-12. Tremendous serve. Brandewee picked off there by Sammy Huffman. Johnson, Music, Brandewee. Trying to go through Gaines.
Yeah, starting to get a couple of hands on Brandewee's quick sets in the middle. And all of a sudden it's 12-17, a little bit closer, a little bit more realistic attempt for Roger Bacon to get back in this set.
Music, service error. So that was 6 service errors against just 2 service aces. And that won't settle too well with Michael Ray.
I think the service game, which really rarely is a big storyline.
So that right there, we saw her rise, we saw the set, but then we saw her as she's rising with her eyes, nowhere to go with it.
Well, yeah, and she just turned her body in the air because the libero was where she was supposed to be. So she's up, turns her hips, her shoulders follow, and that's the game of volleyball as a hitter. Your hips don't lie, as Shakira once told us.
18-13. Brandewie with a killer 24 kills for Brandewie.
But just as I was mentioning earlier, the service game usually isn't a storyline. But
19-13. And touring the block right there. Good work from Roger Bacon. Sent over. It's 19-14. And some of you watching, there may be a couple technical difficulties, but we'll try to, if the score bug's not working or if you missed anything, we'll try to keep you up to date. Hopefully you're hearing our voices and seeing what you can see as it's Bishop Hartley 20-14. They're 5 points away from pushing this to a 5th set, with Brandewie putting up pinball machine-like numbers with 25 kills. Brandewie with the dig. Brandewie, sometimes after those digs, gets it back. Instead, it's Crockett, and Crockett with the kill. She's got 7 kills.
There are those celebrations again, if you're watching from home. These girls aren't mad at each other, I promise. They're just really excited, and they've taken celebrating to a whole new level. No longer do we just slap hands.
21-14. Denied there. The big swing by Gaines, but came right back at her, and now Gaines maybe showing her youth just a little bit. Only a freshman right there.
Yeah, again, it's going to be tough road if you're going to continue to just swing into this Bishop Hartley block.
Brandewie, one dig away from a double-double. 5 blocks away if she gets the dig from a triple-double. You know how hard that is?
Very, very difficult.
Crockett trying to save it.
Yeah, Roger Bacon continuing to kind of wreak havoc with these really shallow tips. Trying to claw their way back in to set 4.
Here's Mariah Gaines. She's got a great serve too. Touched first by O'Malley. A little bit too deep that time from Kate McLean, the junior.
Yeah, wanting the touch, but not there. Again, kudos to our very talented crew of officials who were voted on to have the honor of officiating at the state championship.
Massive swing from Crockett, dealt with by Roger Bacon. Neeson goes through the block. O'Malley sacrificing her body. Special player, folks. Popped in the air by Huffman. She's pretty good too. And this goes right through Music. So a point for Roger Bacon. Here come the Spartans.
Yeah, and that, you know, that dig, that should be automatic. Getting your hips behind the ball, popping it up in the air. Little execution error there.
McLean trying to find that spot, misses it, and she says, my fault. So timeout, and you see some frustration there from Michael Ray, basically saying that cross-court attempt not necessary.
Yeah, and again, you kind of see the difference. You know, there, Kate McLean, middle, hitting the ball kind of on the outside pin. When we talked about Brandewie turning her hips and everything follows, and McLean hit right where her hips were facing. So it's just really a level of comfort with the set. And again, playing at the highest level that you can play as a 16-year-old is Brandewie. And she's got all kinds of tricks and tips, playing along with people who are just as talented as she is on that U18 team.
Nice to see the huddle that time from Roger Bacon, and Alyssa Flading's done such a great job here. Back at her alma mater now in her 10th season, former state champion as a player, trying to get it done as a coach. Joey's 2 years old, John 9 months old. These moms that do all of this just blow my mind. You're one of them, Michelle, and I mean that sincerely.
It's why we're a little wacky. I'm not gonna lie. It's why we're a little
amazing.
wacky.
You're super women. Michelle Font with the serve as Bishop Hartley 2 points away from forcing what we thought was going to be a 5-set Insta Classic here. McLean, tremendous dig there by Neeson. Neeson not afraid of anything. Back row save by Huser. Crockett. Tremendous volleyball here in Dayton at the Nutter Center. Wright State pushed over by Crockett, and Crockett puts Bishop Hartley 1 point away from forcing that 5th set. And the fans, the parents, I mean, everybody up. Ooh, Crockett limping a little bit.
Yeah, she might have come down wrong on her ankle. She seems to be waving off her coach like, I'm fine. Maybe wise if they don't set her the ball this next series, he is going to go ahead and sub her out.
So Jada Shade, the sophomore, going to get, or rather, my apologies. Yeah, coming in, Jada Shade, you know, I had it right. Don't ever doubt myself, Michelle.
See, you caught me off guard. You caught me off guard.
Wrap yourselves around that one.
I didn't have a comeback for that one, but
24-18.
hoping that Jasmine Crockett can come back in set 5. She's getting looked at right now.
Well, we will have a set 5.
Yeah, I bet it's a cramp. She's rolling it out. I think she's got a cramp.
All right. Well, what we do have, though, is 4 sets. Roger Bacon took set 1. Bishop Hartley set 2. Roger Bacon set 3. Bishop Hartley took set 4. We're going to keep it right here because of the technical difficulties and let you soak in what we're all experiencing here, and that is a 5th set on the way.
Yeah, and again, I think it's, we talked earlier, we thought this had the kind of the look to go 5 sets with the different kinds of strengths of these teams. And one thing that coaches do need to think about is, do I go with the same lineup? Because this 5th set is to 15 points. So, you know, if you've got a player that starts in the front row, maybe you rotate back a couple of times to make sure that they're in the front row when you get up to that 11th, 12th through 15 points. It's always something that coaches need to really think about, talk it over. Does our lineup, you know, need to be the same?
Bishop Hartley in Columbus, Ohio. They're called the Hawks, red, white, and blue. They're from the Central Catholic League. Their superintendent is Adam Dufault, principal Chris Kowalski, AD is the coach, Michael Ray. They won a state title in 2011. They would like to add to that. Meanwhile, Roger Bacon, St. Bernard. Their colors are brown, white, and gold. They're known as the Spartans. They hail from the Miami Valley Conference. Their superintendent, Susan Gibbons. Their principal, Steve Shad. Their AD, Steve Rossi. Michael Ray, the head coach, laying down the game plan for set 5. Roger Bacon got through the sectional tournament, beating Goshen, then took on Dayton Chaminade Julien, won that one in 3 sets. I mean, Roger Bacon has gone 3 sets all the way through the tournament, not in this one. It's going to take 5 to win it. And I can say the same thing about Bishop Hartley. They've gone just 3 sets in their 6 wins in the tournament. They're going to need 5.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching what's developing with Crockett, and it does look like she's walking it out, but it was a cramp. Seems she was getting the LeBron James roll my calf treatment, but it looks like she's back in the huddle. We'll see if she joins her teammates back on the floor.
So you know the deal. The first 1 to 15 will have a date on Saturday. That's tomorrow for a shot at a D2 state title. And they will play the winner of a game that we still have to call as Lake Catholic at 22-5 and Gilmore Academy. They're your reigning champs at 23-3. We still got that one to call after this one.
You mean we get to have more fun?
Yeah, having a blast here.
Watching some great volleyball. And the next one is going to be just as good, if not better. Those 2 teams are stellar. Good volleyball all day today.
Looking forward to it. The youngster Mariah Gaines, who has really been good, sitting on 9 kills, got a block, 4 digs. The 5th set underway with all the marbles on the line and a shot in Saturday's D2 state championship game. Here we go. Great serve to start. 8 the end. In there for Crockett. Huber looking for that back pocket, but misses it. And O'Malley with the big celebration.
O'Malley, O'Malley!
So music. We go back to the service line. Roger Bacon, I think, scored the first point in the first 4 sets, but not in the 5th set here. Maybe the 2nd set, Bishop Hartley got the first point. And somehow that block snuck in, and once again, they're bouncing around, and it's 2-0 Bishop Hartley.
Yeah, right now, Bella Chalfont, she's just getting abused, celebrating, but with a big smile on her face.
Ooh, that was close. But they'll give the point to Bishop Hartley with a 3-0 lead. Is that in?
No, I think it was out.
Yeah, I know, I'm asking you though.
Oh, no, I think it was out.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was the correct call.
3-0. Nice work by the former libero Johnson. So she and O'Malley just fly all over the place. And another point here, and what a start for Bishop Hartley as they have come out ready here in the 5th set. Music with the serve. 4-0 Bishop Hartley. This is big right here. Bishop Hartley, there it is. Nice work. Great finish there from Mackenzie Kroger, the senior, tooling the block. And a massive point, and now this great serve goes back as Mackenzie Kroger will serve for Roger Bacon. Ending that 4-0 run to start this 5th and final set. Brandewie dug out, it's popped over. Brandewie, 26 kills. Still needs one more dig to get that double-double. And Crockett has told her coach, Michael Ray, that she's good to go. So Crockett back in there wearing number 2.
Yeah, I think that would have actually thrown things off a little bit if Crockett weren't able to come back in, just because she's had such a great match in terms of just solid play.
Neeson's been pretty good too. Kelsey Neeson, a 5'9" sophomore who jumps out of the gym, has made it 5-2, tooling that off of Brandewie. Brandewie though, 6 blocks, 9 digs, 26 kills. Brandewie calling for it. Brandewie down the line. Brandewie 27 kills, and it's 6-2. Kelsey Neeson 13 kills for Roger Bacon. Huber and Hughes have 10. Gaines has 9. Kroger has 8. The balance is there, but right now it's the Ella Brandewie show with 27 kills, 51 attempts. Back row dig from Huser. ATN, that's Crockett rather. Crockett with power, and Crockett's got 9 kills.
That celebration looked like Brandewie and Huser were dancing. I can't say enough about the quality of the entertainment after all these celebrations.
(7-2), and the Bishop Hartley students giving the Roger Bacon students an earful right now, and Bishop Hartley 8 away from advancing to Saturday's state title game.
Yeah, pretty animated huddle for the Bishop Hartley Hawks, stomping on the floor and yelling, "Let's go!" And right now, again, 7-2 is not insurmountable, but you're feeling good if you're a Hawk right now.
So Ella Brandewie back to the service line with a 7-2 lead. Brandewie steps into it, jumps into it. Roger Bacon, Neeson again. Kelsey Neeson with 14 kills and 23 digs. She's got a double-double and has been sitting on one. Allie Hughes has a double-double with 10 kills and 10 digs. Roger Bacon has some really good players, so this one is far from over. Crockett, and Crockett now with 10 kills. She's in double digits. It's 8-3. So here comes Chalfant, who's been taking a beating on those celebrations.
One time they knocked her to the floor and Coach Ray was like, "Can we wait till after the weekend?"
And it's too deep, and O'Malley. Who celebrates better than O'Malley on every point?
You know, unfortunately, what I'm sensing right now, Roger Bacon coming up with some unforced errors, you know, hitting some balls out of bounds and need string a few plays in a row here.
Wow, that's just great play from Gaines. She was good from the opening whistle, and Gaines gets a massive point. Again, that is just a freshman number 10. So back to the service line, Kelsey Neeson with 14 kills and 23 digs. Crockett hits it into the net, and Crockett comes down limping again.
Yeah, it looks like she's, again, just having some trouble with cramping in her lower legs.
It's 9-5, they target Crockett. Now Music has a chance, she'll go deep. Now it's 9-6, you cannot sleep on the Spartans.
No, but see what I mean about rotations? You know, we're headed into the final kind of third of this set, and all of a sudden it's only a 3-point differential. You know, Brandewie started in the front row, but now she's out. How many points get scored by Roger Bacon while Brandewie's off the floor?
Neeson with an MVP type day, 14 kills, 23 digs, and a block. And Allie Hughes, probably have not given her enough credit, with 10 kills, 10 digs, 2 blocks. Scott a helper. She's been great. Huber's got 10 kills, not hitting as well late, but she's been outstanding. Then Huffman with 43 helpers. Music on the other side has 30 helpers. Music, kind of a non-traditional setter with power, but she's got great numbers as well. It's 9-6. Bishop Hartley on top of Roger Bacon. Neeson, pretty good serve. Crockett limping again. Coach Ray may have seen enough as Crockett can't get to it. Let's see.
Yeah, he might have to make that substitution. But right now, I think the last thing he wants to do is to take Crockett out of the game.
It's 9-7. Crockett deals with it. Now Music. And Music just hits it too deep, and all of a sudden the wheels falling off, and it's 9-8.
And this is exactly what's happening. And right now, Music's being forced to hit outside. And she's had 2 balls out of bounds. McLean has been forced to hit outside of the middle. They're trying to kind of protect Crockett a little bit.
Dug out by Neeson.
Yeah, it's costing them. And there's a block out of bounds.
And we're tied. Wow, we are tied at 9s in set number 5 as Brandeis sits.
Like I said, it's a short, I mean, this set is over in the blink of an eye compared to other sets, and it really, really can be a difference maker.
McLean out of bounds.
Who you start with, where you start.
Coach Ray.
Not happy.
No.
And really, it's been 3 unforced errors, and that's why he's not happy. You know, if these were plays that were, you know, blocks by the other team, etc., but when your juniors hit balls out of bounds, that makes a coach a little bit hot under the collar.
Wow, what a run right here. A 7-0 scoring run. Let me repeat that. It was 9-3, and now it's 10-9. Roger Bacon on top in the all-important 5th set. Fantastic volleyball on the NFHS network. Woo-wee, right?
You know, I don't know that there's a game where momentum shifts are as important as they are in the game of volleyball.
Serving 10-9, and O'Malley can't handle it. It's 11-9. O'Malley shakes it off. It's 11-9. Brandeis still sitting on the bench.
I do think that's going to be a huge factor.
It's 12-9. Can you believe this 9-0 run out of nowhere?
Well, I can. I just think the 5th set is anybody's because both teams have won 2 sets and they've chronicled everything that the other team has done. And right now, the serving game that we have talked about all match, the serving game is coming alive.
13-9, the serving game is amazing. 13 aces for Roger Bacon. Almost had 14 right there as Crockett resets her feet. Tremendous comeback. Knocked over, all coming with Brandeis on the bench, and Crockett gets one back. That was huge, as it's 13-10. And ATN's gonna come in. So ATN, Crockett's gonna limp off. Hughes are also gonna come off. Good server in here. Lauren Johnson, do they have one more run? 9-1 run at the moment for Roger Bacon, makes it 13-10 and deflected over. And Roger Bacon is 1 point away.
Yeah, I mean, again, Bishop Hartley is ending this match without Ella Brandeis on the floor.
I'm not sure if anybody on this call has made a point about that or not. I'm not sure. That was a service hit. Service error, and Brandeis back in. Just in time,
so
maybe.
Again, you know, now it's anybody's ball game. There's no doubt in my mind it could go either way.
O'Malley, safety first, took some heat off of it. 14-11. They go back and miss hit. So Brandeis, just her presence in there, it's made it 14-12. Wow, this is nervous Nelly time, and a timeout. Alyssa Flading wants to talk it over. It's 14-12. Brandeis back in with 27 kills, 9 digs, and 6 blocks. Crockett a little bit banged up, 11 kills. Meanwhile, Kelsey Neeson 14 kills and 24 digs. Allie Hughes has a double-double with 12 kills and 10 digs. Kroger, 8 kills and 12 digs. Cami Neeson, 25 digs. Perfect 1-for-1 on her attempts, 5 helpers. Sammy Huffman, 45 assists. These are all Roger Bacon stats to just balance out the Ella Brandowy and Jasmine Crockett show. And then, of course, Caitlin O'Malley with 21 digs.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, I think the message in the Roger Bacon huddle is we don't need an ace. We don't need anything perfect. We need to make sure that we score 1 point.
Yeah, they're sitting on 3 match points here right now. 14-12. O'Malley just sends it over. Hoffman. And that'll do it. It is over. Wow. Roger Bacon. They were getting blown out here in the 5th set, and they win the 5th set 15-12. And they will advance to Saturday's D2 championship game and await the winner of Lake Catholic and Gilmore Academy. Wow. Individual performance from Ella Brandowy that was out of this world, but she'll have another shot next year, and she'll continue to play for the USA. But the story is the Roger Bacon Spartans and their coach, Alyssa Flading, who won a state championship as a player, has her team back here in the 10th season. And Roger Bacon taking set 1, set 3, and set 5, knocking off Bishop Hartley 3-2. And heartbreak for Bishop Hartley, the thrill of victory. For Alyssa Flading and the Roger Bacon Spartans out of St. Bernard, Ohio, down in Hamilton County, down in the southwest corner of the state of Ohio. And saluting their great fans, Roger Bacon. Really fantastic to be a part of this one. We'll keep it here as Michelle Mimna will seek out a star player for Roger Bacon and the Spartans. And now they'll go over and celebrate with the students. This is what it's all about, folks. And I gotta be fair, this is why I love what I do. Roger Bacon, they'll play another game. They will be back here to take on the winner of Lake Catholic and Gilmore Academy tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It'll be the D1 final tomorrow at 11, the D4 final tomorrow at 1. I'll be on that call with Jackie Klein. The D3 final, 3 o'clock. And the D2 final, which will feature St. Bernard Roger Bacon. Michelle Mimna is going to attempt an interview with Alyssa Flading and Cami Neeson. And Michelle Mimna is standing by right now. Michelle Mimna, go ahead and take it away.
All right, so this is our first 5-set match of the weekend. And what a 5-set match it was. 7-2, you're down in a set that goes to 15. What was happening inside your head when you were like, we have to come back from being down 7-2?
I would say that we're not losing this game, and that I know my girls can do it, and that, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay. And we do a drill like almost every day in practice where we're down points, so I knew that we could do it. We practiced it and we executed it perfectly in this game, and every single person did their job phenomenally, and I'm so proud of them.
You know, it's something to play against a player like Brandewie, who, to her credit, had an outstanding match, okay? But you guys started digging her, blocking her a little bit, and sometimes a little is all that matters. What was kind of the game plan? How do you game plan against Ella Brandewie?
We game plan like how we always do. Roger Bacon volleyball has always been about being scrappy and tough, and our game plan is always serve aggressive and pass better than other teams. So if you can do that, that's what you can do. So that was our game plan. It's been that way all year. And when you're out of system, it's hard to set your awesome middle. So we're aware that she was going to get kills, and we were ready for it. But.
Well, and when I saw the statistic of all of your aces, I actually fact-checked, because I'm like, there's no way a team has almost 300 aces, but you do. And now you have about 312. And that was a really huge part, I think, of your success, especially coming back in set 5. So what do you do in practice that has made you guys such a great serving team? She's laughing.
Well, we're very good at math here at Roger Bacon. So we do a drill where we just all go serve and chase, and then however many we get, I'm going to spare you the math. But then we have to go, and our entire team has to hit a certain number of serves out of another serves, or else we'll have to run.
We have to do a better percentage in the first
Yeah,
round.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a specific set. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it worked today. I think it was 12 at the end of the set, 12 aces. So that's 12 times that they didn't have an opportunity for both of those middles. But congratulations. It was an incredibly enjoyable match, really toughness and grit. So what do you do now to get ready for tomorrow?
We just preach the same thing. You know, we know that these teams are awesome. They've played each other twice this year, so we get to sit and watch them a little bit. But, you know, Roger Bacon volleyball is Roger Bacon volleyball. We come in, we work hard, we serve aggressive, we pass well. And so that's just stay to what you are good at. That's what we're good at.
Well, congratulations to you both. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
Yep, you're very welcome. Back to you, Dean.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Great job. Special moment for Roger Bacon, and an instant classic as Roger Bacon Spartans knocked down Bishop Hartley, the Hawks, in 5 sets with a 9-1 run in the all-important 5th set. Congratulations to Roger Bacon. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back in 30 minutes or so to bring you the final game of the day, Lake Catholic against Gilmore Academy, for a spot in Saturday's D2 championship game. Congratulations to Roger Bacon, a 5-set winner over Bishop Hartley.